What's up, guys? Unqualified Critics here, talking to you about the Pong pub table. I gotta tell you, I saw this morning. I did the community post on it. I wasn't gonna do a video on it, and then I started thinking, oh, I'm kind of excited about it. Maybe you guys will be too. So let's just chat about it and see. The pub table to me is interesting because I have a pool table in my game room, and I know some of you have pool tables too. So I've looked before at buying a pub table from the like a brand that also makes pool tables to go next to my pool table. So like in the corner, so you have a place to set your drinks and stuff. It really is something you need because you're standing up. You probably have friends around too, and you guys need places to set things down. Right now, I'm using a cocktail cabinet, and it's okay for that, but it's sitting height. It's not standing height. This would actually be a piece of furniture I need, and it plays games. That is pretty sweet. But the first thing I thought when well, not the first thing, but the second thing I thought when I looked at it was, well, if I put it up against a wall or in a corner or something, how are you going to get four people around it to actually play? So the layout is actually a little weird. I mean, this would have to be a couple feet or a foot and a half, something like that, from the wall. Maybe I have room in a corner somewhere for it. I'm going to have to think long and hard about this and figure out, do I have room for this plus a few other cabinets I want to get? And the answer is I don't know, but you guys don't care about that. You guys have your own stuff to worry about. Does this fit into your game room? So when I saw it, I also thought we were getting something like the Pong Junior. Now, if you guys don't know, I've covered the Pong Junior before. I interviewed a gentleman from the company behind it, Eunice. Arcade One Up distributed the Pong Junior in the US. What's the difference between Pong Junior and Pong? Because it seems confusing. Well, Pong Junior isn't just a smaller version. It's based on the mechanical magnetic Pong, which right now the best your best bet if you want to play that is to go to Dave and Buster's. They have a four-player variant of it, which is absolute crack. It is super fun. It is one of the most fun, probably my favorite modern arcade game there is, and that's saying a lot. There's a lot of pretty good arcade games out these days, especially in the light gun category. But this four-player Pong is amazing. And I thought maybe that's what this was, but like a digitized version of it. But it's not. These are actually the original Pong games. And I didn't even know there was a four-player original Pong, but I guess there is. Quadra-Pong. You also get Warlords. And when I saw this, I looked at the list of games and I thought, man, four paddles and no Warlords? Really? Well, if you look at the games list, it's there. So you are getting Warlords. You could play four-player Warlords on this, which I know a lot of people are stoked for. So a lot of good reasons to get this. If you click through, it is available at Best Buy, and it is $550. So your mileage is going to vary on this. Do you think that's a good deal? I am curious what you guys think. Do you plan on buying this? Is it worth 550 bucks? I don't know. I find myself kind of going back and forth. So it's going to be available April 1st. We have an actual ship date for this at Best Buy. It's not maybe as far out as a lot of the other products. The fact that a retailer's already picked it up is a good sign. And I tend to think your Costco's, your Walmart's, these stores that also sell furniture, I think they're going to want this too. If Best Buy picked this up, which Best Buy isn't really a furniture store, I think stores that do sell furniture and electronics, like the ones I just mentioned, maybe some others, I think they're going to pick this up. I bet they have a hit on their hands. I bet they're going to sell some units. But let me tell you guys, they missed an opportunity because they have a photo with a dude here to show you that this is standing height as a table. They should have decked this dude out in some dank 70s gear, sideburns, cigarette smoke on his shirt that you can smell through the computer. They should have gone that route and they didn't. A little bit disappointing. The other thing is it would have been cool if this was wood grain on the side instead of white. White doesn't really say 70s to me. Wood grain does. So as far as practical considerations, again, for me, it's just figuring out, do I have room for this that where it's far enough away from the wall you can really get people around it to play it. But at the same time, it would be convenient to have a pub table. But even if I didn't have a pool table, if you guys have a bunch of arcades around and you are like me and you mostly play arcades standing, this would be something cool to have in the middle of the room. This would really maybe add some flair to the game room. So arguably the least exciting of all the CES announcements, but that's only because these other cabinets were so exciting. However, maybe you feel differently because we do get Warlords. Last thing I want to say is I hope they update this to actually put the full games list on it. I don't know why you leave Warlords off, but we know that the product and listing is brand new, so maybe that is just an oversight. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.
Dream sleeping light.